flip fucking back. What's some retarded shit? Go face up. Go straight up.
Maybe on the camera to us. Nah, go ahead, flip it, bro.
It's fucked up.
I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was about to be tight, pretty much.
You gotta move it though, because look, it's quick.
Yeah, come. Yeah, come. Come over a little bit, Come over. Drop some more down here. Come on down this way, huh? Another step. One more step over. See why I say that? Because you like to move. All right, Tom, we good.
Like 17. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First of all, I want to give all praise to Noah.
Yahweh, Bashim, Yahusha, Bashim, Rakakudash.
Hey, there must be double honors. Yeah. Double honors to the apostle of GMS, charged to the spirit. Peace with love and salutations to Israel, you so-called Negroes. Latino Americans, you are Israel from this Bible. I talk about the in 2025. Don't forget Esau Church, aka give our deliverance. All right, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 16, verse 2. Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons, or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord, concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers. This is Jeremiah 16, verse 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart.
That's it. So, and that's talking about us, man. Because why? You know, we're naturally wicked by nature due to the flesh, man. And that's what Israel's problem was. Israel had a wicked mind, man. You know, and that Hebrew word heart goes back to law. Because the wickedness ain't the flesh that we're fighting. Right? Brothers say it's spirit versus the flesh. The flesh is the mind, man. You know, it's not too much of the effect of our skin or the inward parts of our body. It's our mind, because see, our mind is, get that real quick, Jeremiah 17:2.
17.
Yeah, the heart is, our mind is desperately wicked, man. Our mind causes us to go on because the mind is super wicked, man. Right.
It's Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things.
That's it. So the heart, and go that word, get that word heart for me, to up shop. The mind is deceitful among all things, man. And your mind will play tricks on you. You know, you get a lot of wicked ass demonic thoughts in your mind. You know, and that's why when you see Jake, when they say they lust, they go after their own heart, means they go after the thoughts in their mind. So when Jake, you know, has a thought of killing somebody for no reason, it goes into the mind first. Then they act on it upon their mind. See, because they can't deny their mind, man. Your mind tells you, hey man, let's go commit adultery, man. Hey, that bitch bad, bro. Your mind telling you to go commit adultery. You know? You need to go be a fucking homosexual. You go be homosexual because his mind telling him to go be a homosexual, man. See? These things are in the mind, man. So the flesh is the mind. That's what we gotta be changed. That's what Scripture say. I'm not gonna give him a stony heart, but a heart of flesh. Because you can't pierce through a stone, man. A stone is set on what it is. You can't pierce through a stone. A stone's hard. You can't. There's nothing you can tell a stone to do anything. It's stuck in its ways, man. But a mind of flesh, you can pierce through it, meaning you could be entered into. The Most High can't enter into us with this stony mind, because it's the mind of the flesh.
God.
It's after the carnal man, which is these bodies. That's why Paul said in Romans chapter 6 that in my mind dwelleth no good thing.
No good thing.
Because see, the flesh that we're under is no good. It's of the world. That's why the Most High says that he that love the world is the enemy with the Most High. You know, because the world is enmity with the heavenly Father.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so that's why the Most High says deny the flesh, man, and want the spirit. You know, because the spirit is everything righteous, everything that's the will of the Most High. You know, everything that we're supposed to do as the Most High is. That's why Jake wicked himself. Go ahead, because Jake always going off their minds, man.
I got a quick
You know?
precept. I got just a quick precept real quick. Precept.
This is this is Mark 7 and 20.
No.
And 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts.
Yeah, that's it. Out of the mind of men perceive evil thoughts, man. Because our mind, because like I said again,
I gotta go.
we were sent under these wicked ass bodies, man. So the flesh is wicked as hell because the mind, man. The mind is deceitful as fuck, bro. You know, especially you in this truth. And we fighting a lot of demons, man. You know, we fighting a lot of that's what Scripture say. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of this world. Hey, how did Satan attack Yahushua, man? He attacked him mentally. You know, he said, son of man, if thou would turn this stone into bread, man. That was in his, Satan got in Yahushua's head, man. So to say it entered into Yahushua's mind, you know, to try to get the best of him, but he denied himself, man. He denied the desires of his heart, because why? Why did it say, if thou art the son of man, turn this stone? Get Luke chapter 4. So like, if you get Luke chapter 4, man. Because when Yahushua was tempted 40 days in the wilderness, right at his lowest point, he was hungry as hell. He looked at the stone. He said, damn, if I am the son of the Most High, can I turn this stone into bread? He was hungry. He was hungry. His mind was telling him, hey, man, turn that stone into bread, bro. If you're the son of the Most High, turn this up into bread. And then he said, if I jump off this fucking building without the Most High save me, I'm be honest, how many times brothers looked over at a long-ass thing, I'm going to jump off this motherfucker? How many times you just look? I mean, I had time, I've been something so super high, I said, man, who if I just jump off this bitch? Real shit. That's Satan said that to Yahushua. He said, "Dost thou cast thyself down? Will not the angels come and save thee?" Because it calls all come from the mind, man. This shit is mental. Us being this truth is all mental, man. And the niggas give into their mental demons, man. Go ahead.
This is Luke 4, verse 1. Yahushua, being full of the Holy Ghost, returned from Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness. Being 40 days tempted of the devil.
Being 40 days tempted of Satan. In the mind, bro. Basically, Satan was plaguing Yahushua's mind, man, trying to break him down, trying to sift him. That's why when you read in the same chapter of Luke, what did Yahushua tell Simon? He said, Simon, Satan desired to have thee, that he may sit thee as wheat. But I pray for thee that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, go and strengthen thy brother. Because then after, when you get over your manifold temptations, the demons that was fucking with you, you go minister to brother. Hey, brother, I'm going through that same thing, brother. You gotta just fight. You gotta stay in the fight. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep praying. You gotta keep yourself grounded. This is a mental battle, man. See, sometimes you look around, man, maybe the Most High might not come back. That's Satan. It's all that is all Satan, man. Because it all comes from the mind, bro. So we're fighting ourselves every day. We're fighting our minds every day. Yahushua had to go through it. Yahushua had all 40 days. Imagine you being tempted for 40 days straight by Satan, man. All types of thoughts going through Yahushua's mind. He had every thought you probably could imagine. But that don't mean you wicked because you had those thoughts. Right? You know, it's when you act on those thoughts. And you let those thoughts consume you in wickedness, man.
So right,
that's why we have to deny ourselves, man.
That's why you just said that's Mark chapter 7.
I got you, brother.
That's Mark chapter 7. In 15. Well, I'm gonna start at 14. And when he had called all the people unto him, he said unto them, hearken unto me, every one of you, and understand. There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him.
So why did Yahushua say that? Because he went through hell 40 days and 40 nights. In order, so he knew. He said, look, nothing that you may think defiles you, man. Right? Because he went through, because Yahushua knew he was righteous.
But the thing which come out of him, those are they that defile the man.
That's it. So the actions that you do. So if you have a wicked ass thought, you know, and you act on that shit, that's when the wickedness has been, because you gave in to your desire, basically, real Hebrew.
Gave into his wicked thoughts.
He had those thoughts when I let my wife pay me the ass.
Right. And he manifested.
He manifested that shit into his reality. And then that's when the sin came in. See? Same thing with these niggas when they get these $1 million deals. You gotta get 5 points. I get this record deal 5.6 million, but you gotta let me fuck it, bro. You know what's wrong. But I need that 5. I gotta eat, nigga. I gotta take care of my family, nigga. I gotta fuck the Most High right now. Let's get this paper. He go do those wicked ass thoughts because his mind. He got into his mind, man. He did the act. That's the wickedness, man. When a woman go out there and go commit adultery on her husband. A lot of women might think about that shit, man. She like, oh, this nigga cute, you know. But her brain, she go, nah, that's wicked. I ain't doing it. But it's when she goes and entertains a nigga. Oh yeah, I get my number. Oh yeah, I come over to the house and boom, I got a man though. He like shit, nigga. I don't know, okay, fuck. Now he said, think, oh, I'm gonna fuck this nigga, bitch. She got, oh, that's the demons in the mind, bro. That's Satan. So then now she go do it. She go open up her legs and shit. Nigga pumping dick up in her. And then now she feel wrong because she knows. She fucked up. But it's too late now. You already did it. Now you gotta get put to death for the sins because you let your flesh, you let your mind play you into trick. You let Satan get into your mind, man. That's what Scripture say. You gotta deny thyself, man. You gotta rebuke yourself, man.
Because you're gonna get
all the time, man. All the fucking time.
You can't get away from
it. And none of us not get wicked ass thoughts, man.
Yeah. And that's the point too. Is there's not a man on this earth that'll never get a wicked thought.
No, hell no, man. You always get a wicked ass thought.
But like say, it's the acting upon it.
It's acting upon it, man. Because you get those shits daily, man.
Yeah.
You know, you get those shits every day, man. Satan always fucking with us, man. In your dreams, you get weird ass dreams. You get some off the wall ass dream, like what the fuck is this, bro? Satan, man. Because the mind is constantly always working against you to go off to fight against the Most High. That's why when the Most High see us, we go like, damn, man, y'all fought that shit, man. You resisted your mind. You resisted yourself every single day. You resisted the pleasures of life. You resisted eating a small. You resisted, doing those other things of the world. You resisted the drugs. You resisted, doing certain things you weren't supposed to do, man. And now I'm gonna give you a reward for that because that was a hard thing to do because it's easy to fucking go do some wickedness, man. Because your mind is already wicked in the first place. It's already wickedness everywhere in the world. It's temptation all over the fucking place. It's always a bitch that got a husband that want to fuck some other dude. That's willing to fuck you. It's always some wayward ass. It's always a thought you want to go. Hey, you be driving. What if I run this little motherfucking kill him and shit, man? So shit to get you locked up in jail. What about just ran this old ass eating my bitch over, man? It's always a thought, man. You got times where I was seeing the police officer, she is going and said, "We want to take this bitch off and take this blast motherfucker." It's always see. That's always see, man. You get those thoughts all the time, man. It's always some shit. It'll be some shit to get you fucked up in jail. It'll get some shit to throw you off in the word of the Most High. It's always something, man. That's why we gotta always rebuke ourselves. You did not know what Satan. You be like, man, that's the Satan. Fuck out of here, bro.
Push forward that way.
It's always something, man.
It's like when like you were talking about the woman, and the man, like you go home with the woman, right? You banging her out, and then next thing you know, she like my husband come join us. You know?
Yeah.
And then you lay it up in there, so you like, okay, well, fuck it, right?
My dick already,
you're already fucking, right? So it's like, so he come in, he slipping his shit up in her mouth and shit, and next thing you know, the nigga touching you. Next thing you know, you bent over or you bent in this thing. It'd be a whole ball of fucking wickedness, man. Right? Like we know about that one shit. But oh yeah, me and you and I get an apartment with you and my baby daddy.
Yeah, that was being wicked, man.
Right?
Yeah,
so would have crept in.
Yeah,
wickedness would have crept in. Yeah, I guarantee it will eventually.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Not especially now, but wickedness would crept in, and you be in that situation.
Yep.
Then next you know you laid up in the bed with both of them niggas,
Yep.
both of them motherfuckers.
Yep.
And y'all. Doing whatever y'all doing to each other.
Yeah, even if you got a freak ass chick, right?
Yeah.
You got a freak ass bitch.
Yeah.
She like, hey, look, I want to bring a woman up in the bed.
Yeah, that's what.
Hey, cause I'm a man, so it's just two bitches. So but it's wickedness because dumb women are committing homosexuality, man.
Right.
See, that's how Satan catch you up so many different ways, man.
Yes. Yeah.
You could be talking to a freaked out ass bitch, man. Bitch be freaky as hell. She be a freak. Especially you got to country, them Colombian bitches, they be a little freaky. They don't mind that type of shit, man. They freaky assholes. They cool with having, they'll do it too. Yeah. And then you look around and you doing threesome with two. Now you out here doing you're committing harm. What's them bitches?
The fucking I don't know if y'all know that dude. What's his name called King something.
Running those trains and shit. That shit's wicked as hell.
And he was like a 6'8", 6'8" Jake.
Yeah.
He like all the bitches love because he's so tall and shit. And he was out there. He had a video. He was out there where the fuck he's at. There's some 3 Edomite bitches. They came and was like, "Oh, what you doing?" He's like, "I'm just chilling." He told him his name, King, whatever the fuck he was. And then they was like, "Sex party."
Yeah.
Right there. That's it. He's all damn. Y'all gonna get straight to the point.
Yeah.
They're like, hell yeah, we want to go where you going.
Yeah. She
so all 3 of them, they about to indulge in the lust of their heart.
Yeah. So I got a story too. Cause when I was 13, my old boy Jalen, he was with the Edomite bitch. And I was over, we was talking whatever. I was over at his house, whatever. And then he was, in the room, whatever the fuck, doing whatever he was doing. He told me, "Hey man, come in here, bro."
Right.
I was like, "No." I said, I was like, "Nah, bro." I said, "Nah, that ain't right, man." I said, "That's your woman, man. That's your thing, bro." Because I don't know that shit. That ain't right, man. Hey, that's your shit, man. He said, "Man, you can't see the titties or something." I like, "Nah, bro." I said, "I'm good, bro." I said, "That's your woman, man. I don't want." Hey, that bitch probably down. And if I'd have been like it now, if I'd have been in my weakness, oh shit.
He was already teaching too.
And I was learning. And at that time, I was picking up in the spirit. Yeah. I was picking things up. So that was Satan trying to get you fucked up, man. Yeah. His mama called me Black Jesus, man, because I was telling the Most High was a so-called black man. I was 13, man. So that was Satan coming in early, man, trying to get me trying to get me fucked up, man. But I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. I'm like, nah, man, that shit weird, bro. I want to see you. I'm like, this bitch. It's your woman. That's weird, bro. I stay my ass in the living room. I walked down the garage, man. His little brothers running around and shit. I was like, going tripping with that nigga, jumping on tripping and shit. While he was doing what he was doing with that woman, man. I moved on. I said, no, I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. It's Satan trying to do some wickedness, bro. Say I ain't about to do that shit, man. But that's how Satan come, you know. And Satan sometimes catch you don't even know that you really kind of is off, but you be in the spirit, you like, no, cause it just be morals.
Yeah.
Like, no, that shit ain't right, man. Like, no, I'm good. So are you sure? He said, hey man, you know, Brittany, what's her name, Bree? You know, Bree had that, you know, she had fat ass and shit. She was that little cute little white bitch around the block. Everybody was wanting to fucking shit. He's end up, you know what I'm saying, hitting her and shit. You know? But hey, nah, man. That was wickedness, man. Yeah. You know? And that's called denying your flesh, man. That's called denying yourself, man, and be in the spirit. But the flesh tell you, what is it like getting some pussy? Because at that time, I never had none. Yeah. So that thought came in my head. You know? I ain't never had no pussy before. What's that like? You know? So that's how Satan be, man. You know, they Satan comes, it tempts you, bro. But we have to be spiritual and understand when Satan coming, man. And deny that shit, bro.
Let me hit this. Back in Mark 7, because Mark 7 is heavy on what we're talking about.
Yeah, come.
Mark 7 and 16. If any man have an ear to hear, let him hear.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was entered into the house of the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable. And he said unto them, Are ye so without understanding also? Do you not perceive whatsoever thing from without, that whatsoever thing from without entereth into the man, it cannot defile him.
That's it.
Because it entereth not into his heart, but into the belly, and goeth out into the drought, purging all meats.
That basically saying that it cometh in, but you digest that, you basically you
shitting it out.
You suppress it down.
That's it.
So the thoughts you got, you suppress them. Like, nah, man, I ain't nah.
It's like waste.
You let it out, man. Yep. And it goes into the desert. It goes out of you. Yep. Because you think about it, once you say nah, it goes away.
Yeah, that's right.
When you like, nah, it's like that shit wicked, so that's Satan. Get the fuck out of here, Satan. You know, you let it out. You know?
And he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man. Mm-hmm. For from within, out of the heart of man, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness.
Yeah, that's it. So and that's everything that we fight today, man. All those things that Hawashai quoted, we still go through that same. We go through all that, man. All those demons that played us at one point in time, man, to hit your fucking brain cells, man. You know, whether it was lying on somebody, you know, whether it was lie on the brother's name, you know what I'm saying, to get up on some, to get up in a certain level, or to get up in a certain group. Yeah, these guys, they some elders of Israel. You know, lying like a motherfucker, man. Just being a demon because you want something so bad, right? That's in the spirit of Satan, man.
That's deceit,
and that's wickedness, man. You know, that's being deceitful, man.
Foolish.
Hey, look what happened to Judas Iscariot when he went against the Messiah.
Yeah.
You know, he let the money. Yeah. He let the money get to his mind, and then he ratted out the Most High. Right. He ratted out the Messiah. Yeah. He let his flesh conquer his spirit because he was about the money. They came with him and said, "Hey, with the right price, hey, you go right on your Lord, man." He said, "Hey," but you know, back of his man, like, man, this shit ain't right. Yeah. But fuck, man, I don't know, man. Yeah. You know, he was fighting with himself, and that's why after when he did it, he fucking killed himself because he knew he was foul as fuck, man. Because after it happened, he felt so fucked up. He took the money and threw it. He went through it, man.
He didn't want it.
He like, man, this shit, man, got he because he knew he didn't want it. He's like, man, what the fuck did I just do, bro?
And the funniest shit to know that even Satan didn't want the money because he knew it was blood money.
Yeah.
It was the most
money of blood. And they said they didn't want to take
this shit.
And that's how wicked they was.
Take that shit.
They said we don't want that money. That's blood, nigga. That's your money, nigga.
Yeah.
That's on your head, nigga. That's what's like, man, you go. And that's why he took it. He threw it.
And they had to put that shit.
He threw it, man. He said, man, fuck this money, bro. He went, hugged himself, and that was it. Because he knew he was like, man, fuck this, bro.
That was the worst.
And Yahushua said that too. He told me, say, this anyone that to portray the Son of Man, it's better for him to have never lived.
Yeah.
He knew it. So everything that Yahweh Shai was telling them, and that's another thing too with you, all you niggas. That when the Lord come back and you see everything prophecy popping off, because you let your mind influence your actions, you're gonna look around, you're gonna think about everything that was said, everything that you learned, and you're gonna be like, fuck, nigga. You're gonna either try to make a fucking speedy return, or you're gonna just off yourself, man, because you knew you fucked up. That's what Nate gonna do, man. When the MOTB finally come out, he gonna be like, bro, he got to admit that he wicked as hell, and that he ain't got the truth. Apostles Heart got the truth, and all the elders got the truth. Or he gonna just run with that shit or kill himself, man. Because after that, bro, you deceived a whole lot of people, bro. And that shit gonna be on your head, man.
Blood is on your head.
So now when them niggas gonna take that MOTB, nigga, that's on your head, man. Because you ain't one of the people.
Amen.
All of them. All them niggas, man. So y'all gonna have to suffer their acts because they act upon the flesh. Because they act on the mind.
And he said, that which come out of the man, that defileth the man. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I went through that. Went through all of those. All these evil things come from within and defile the man.
Yep.
And from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Zidon and entered into an house and would have no man know it, but he could not be hid.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? He got these like he's done. He said, look, all right. He said, and they didn't get it. He said, how the fuck you don't understand that the shit that you let in don't defile you, but the shit that you let out defile you? How's that hard to understand, man? So then he walked away.
There's two letting out of that.
Yeah.
It's the letting out that a purge when you don't act upon it, but it's gotta come out.
It gotta come out, yeah.
But it comes out.
Comes out.
But then it's the
second that you let it,
where you let it out and you act upon it.
Yep. But they couldn't get that. That's why y'all also said, man, you niggas retarded. He left. He didn't keep debating. That's nothing too.
No, yeah.
Yahweh Shai wasn't even a debater, man.
No, he get the fuck on.
That debating spirit wicked as hell too.
Yeah.
Because that's not the spirit. Oh, and then you got guys like Sakari, them niggas full of envies and righteousness and fucking greedy bastards. Yeah. They do these things for money.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, 10,000 to come up on the motherfucking show. So all when you see fucking when you see those other guys come up like Saw nigga, and they debate Saw nigga. Yeah. Hey man, that's a money grab.
Yeah, that's it. Cause they get paid for that.
All this is a money grab, man.
They get paid for them debates.
It's a money grab. When you see Alizé hop on No Jumper, right? He in that one fact nigga called him, it's like seeing the Messiah.
Yeah.
Right? That was a money grab, man.
The ISU PK was on there too.
It's all a money grab. It's all a money grab, man. It's all for money. That's why you see Nate, they do those interviews. They getting paid to do those interviews. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I man, I pay you about 10,000 to come on this interview. You know what I'm saying? To talk what you know. You know what I'm saying? To spread light on what you know.
Yep.
I give you 10. I give you, hey man, let's set this debate. 20,000 for the debate.
Yep.
You want to come on my show? All right, cool. You gotta pay me 10 to come on here. Yep. Or you debate vocab below. All right, man. I give you guys 20 to come in. Let me interview.
That's right.
Let me interview. Let me interview.
Yep. Get that bag.
Yep. So they get paid for that shit, man.
That's right.
They get paid to come on there. So they come on there talking their madness, right? To get money, to get gain. That's wickedness, man.
That's right.
Yahweh Shai was never that spirit debating. Once he knew someone could understand it, he got it. Walked away, he left and moved on.
Like I say, he just left.
Why the fuck I'm gonna keep arguing with you, nigga?
He went in the house to go hide.
And then
he couldn't even hide.
He couldn't hide. Now say like, God damn, like these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
You know? And that's spirit. Because like I said, that's how we are too. Because like I said again, we're not out here to convince nobody that you're a fucking Israelite. That's not our job, bro. No, hey, look, Jake said it. It was these two beats on the interview. They was like, that Hebrew Israelite shit. What we need to know about that for? You know, the nigga talking about, yeah, bro, ain't no point to know that shit. We'll ask that guy, help us know where. That's cool, nigga. Have it, bro. We don't want you anyway. The Most High don't want you.
Yeah.
We're not here to, and that's nothing to that. These other IUIC, ISBK, they make it as if we need these niggas to repent. We don't need none of you niggas to repent. We don't need the 2/3 to repent, bro. We don't care. We don't give a fuck about you. We're not concerned about 2/3 of our people because we know what the fuck they are. We're here for the elect.
Right.
That's the difference between us and these other groups. These other groups, they constantly try, because it's a money grab as well too. Let's get the woman in here. Right. And the woman's full of sin. Because why? A woman's weak. Her mental gets all to her brain. That bitch plays her mind all the time. You know? So that's why we don't let women in the camp, because women are more susceptible to sitting their men on. Same thing with Adam and Eve. Why the fuck the Most High got at Adam? Because Adam let his mind astray. He let his mind go. He said, all right, fuck it. What is this shit you done did? Oh, well, I got this from over here. All right, fuck it. Hey, he's bad as hell. She fine as hell. And Most High gave me this fine ass woman. Hey, shit. All right, cool. We'll do it. Then he like, oh, fuck, man. I done fucked up. I'm naked, man. I done sinned. Let's go hide for the Most High amongst the people, amongst the other people.
Right.
Let's get the fuck out of here, man. We done went off. This shit wasn't even right. Because after you do the act,
Then it comes flood back.
then it come flood it all back. After you do the wicked, it's like, shit was right. Your spirit all fucked up. You feeling all wrong and shit. So that's why I said when you're naked, you've been exposed. So they try to cover themselves up as if they didn't do nothing. They try to, put it out. Oh. You probably could have been a little slime or something.
And that go to show you that being naked is a shameful thing.
It's a shameful thing.
It doesn't matter how big your rod is. It doesn't matter how small your rod is. That's not the shame.
Yeah.
The fact that all your shit is disclosed.
Yeah.
Like these bitches.
Yeah.
Right? That's really a shame unto these hoes.
That's what I'm saying. Right, kind of like a bitch.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, because that shit is a pure fucking shame to go around in the booty cut shorts.
Yeah.
Right? And everything jiggling and shaking and everything being exposed, going in their little baby suits, walk around in baby suits, titties out, coochie out, right? Because some women got fat ass coochies that the meat hangs out the sides of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a fucking your ass hanging out, popping out with the little booty drawstring.
Everybody see your
That's
shit.
a fucking shame, man. It's really a fucking shame. We're supposed to cover.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed and really through the spirit, it's a shame not to worship and serve Yahweh Shem Al Shah, because the Lord is our fucking covering.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't say it like that, but the Lord is our covering.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a shame. Oh my bad. It's a shame when your covering is not on you.
Yeah.
Right? When you're not covered by Yahweh Shem Al Shah, you're a fucking shame.
Yeah.
You know? So that's in the spirit. But on the carnal side, you look at these bitches, they are ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's why when Corinthians talk about them being shorn, let you be naked. It's a fucking shame unto you. You know.
All right, precept. This Romans chapter 8, verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly.
That's it.
but
So the creature was made subject to vanity, and that goes right back to Adam, man. Adam was already set up to go off. That was Adam's job, was to do what he did.
Yeah, that's right.
Which Adama, which means ground, man of ground, earth, man of dust. Because the Most High formed him from the ground, man.
That's
Right? Earth, ground. Right? Because he was formed from the dust of the ground. He was subject to go off because the Most High gave him a mind willingly to go off. Not willingly, not that he wanted to, but it was already set up because it was already set up to go off. Go ahead. And that's why, too, when you niggas say that we the new covenant, that's some bullshit. Because our minds are all fucked up. Our mental is all fucking low, man. You niggas is completely off. You think we the new covenant, you fucking off, man. You off as hell. You really an off-ass nigga, man. Because that's going to show you how wicked you are. Because your mind is plagued with all types of unrighteous thoughts, all types of evil and malicious things. And you swear we're in a new covenant. How the fuck is that possible? You have a wicked ass mind.
Yep.
Your mind not even right, bro. Your mental not even put together, bro. You fighting demons every single fucking day. You talking about we in a new covenant. The new covenant is supposed to be perfect. Ain't no flaws in the new covenant.
That's right.
We're still flawed by nature. So therefore we're still under the old as it was under Moses, man. Until we get those new bodies that's going to solidify us as new beings and new creatures under the Lord, man.
And the point that we just to add to that, we're in a new covenant. We shouldn't be out here teaching and preaching.
No, that shouldn't.
We're in a new covenant. We don't need to pull our Bibles and phones up because it's already should be in us.
Yeah, exactly.
So we know every verse, scripture for scripture, that you could ever think of will already be in here, and we just speak it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way
They give it to that flesh, man.
Yes.
From demons. Go ahead.
But by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption.
That's it. The bars of corruption. That's it. So we're gonna be saved from this corruption.
That's right.
So we're gonna be saved. Not only are we crying and sighing for the wickedness that's done upon the earth, we're crying and sighing to get the fuck out of these bodies.
Yeah. That's right.
Because these bodies are hell.
Yeah.
The mind is hell, man.
That's right.
I mean, it's a hard thing to fight your mind every single day.
Yeah, you gotta wake up.
You gotta wake up. We gotta go to sleep with it. You gotta live in it, man. And that's why too. Some guys, you know, that's why when you think about, that's why Jake, they use all these different substances, weed, because they can't live in themselves. Yeah. And you got, and they, to be the man of the Lord, you gotta live with yourself. You gotta be able to live with yourself, man.
Yeah. Right, just lock it right quick while you saying that about the mind. Is that is this thing on Instagram? I watched this little. I don't know if y'all seen it. I can't remember what the name. You know, I be seeing shit. I can't remember shit. But this little Jake dude, he was like a really skinny little guy. He was talking about the shit. He was like going to a club or some shit. He was talking all him and another two of them. But one of them, I don't know what happened. But the other one was, he was running his fucking mouth. Yeah, nigga, yeah. And then he went to turn around, walk away. The bouncer came out the club. He grabbed that little. He grabbed him, slammed his fucking head on the thing, picked him up with one hand, and did like the fucking choke slam on him. Did y'all see that? When he fucking took him with one hand, bro, and he was just like way up in the air. He was just bam, like it was like a little fucking ball, man. That's what the marijuana and the drugs, all that shit do to you. It makes you think that you're something that you're not. He felt like he was 6'8", 400 pounds, muscle Goliath, but he was just a little bitty 5'4", 5'5", 101 pound, and that man came and grabbed him and put his hands on that other little man, and he understood and knew then, like, oh shit, I don't fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But that's the same thing. That's what that shit do, right? It make you think that you're something that you're not.
Yeah.
You know, so it takes away. So Satan it takes away the understanding that, hey, look, let me act upon what I am.
Yeah.
Right. It'll make you think that you're more than what you actually are.
It's hypnosis too.
Yeah.
It's hypnosis.
Yeah.
Because in two, like, you're not in the right state of mind, say it's easy to enter into there, man.
That's right.
Especially when you do
alcohol,
when you do those, especially when you do like psychedelic, like weed is really
psychedelic.
It's a psychedelic drug.
Yeah.
You know, it's psychedelic, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's why when you see people, they get real fucking off. They get beside themselves because they got the demons in their head, talking to them, all in their fucking mind, man. You know what I'm saying? You would think things you never thought before, that you know you don't even do, that things you know that you're not even how you view yourself. But once that shit gets in your brain, you don't think that for a while until the shit until you just kind of just clear that whole thought out.
Yeah, reality is not reality.
It's not. It's psychedelical, man. So Satan's all in your mind at that point. You get all types of fucked up thoughts, man.
You're more susceptible to demons at a high level.
And that's why they use it for witchcraft. That's why too, when you see it, like I watched the movie. I'm watching the series Alexander and Darius, right? Alexander's mother forgot her name. Before even Alexander knew who he was, she got him. She made him drink this drink, and when he drank the drink, he passed out. He woke up somewhere else. He thought he seen the mountain, and he said, "See, you are a demigod. You are a demigod. You know." After because Alexander's father was what's his name? Come on, I know this. What's his name? Alexander's father. What was his name? Fuck, man. But anyway, Alexander's father was murdered. He was killed. Like he was murdered by Philip. Yeah. Philip of Macedon, that was his father, right? He got murdered, right, by one of his soldiers and shit. And then because it was a fight for the throne, because at first Alexander's father had kind of cast him away a little bit because they got something happened, whatever the hell. But he got basically Alexander got he wasn't supposed to get the throne. It was supposed to go to the other woman that his father had married. He liked her better than he liked his wife. So he's gonna get a throne to the next born child. So his mother probably got his ass assassinated. But anyway, so he got killed. As soon as he got murdered, she told him, go claim your throne. He claimed that shit. She took him to a temple. She drugged him up. He passed out. And she told him, she made him believe that he was a demigod.
Yeah, Philip II.
And that's why that's why he was so bold. Because the drugs, whatever that shit he was on, she was able to influence him to believe that he was a demigod, man. He said that I'm the son of Zeus. He believed that he was the son of Zeus. So all that witches and warlock shit, all that did was puff up his pride. That's why he went. That's why he went. That's why he won, because he was so bold. Because he believed that he was a god. He got his mind thought that he was the Most High. He changed his brain. That's why he was conquering the whole known world at that time like that. That's when he took down King Darius because he was a fucking huge man. You got to be a crazy motherfucker to really go against someone that has like basically the power of the territorial of the United States of America plus more. Macedon was small, but the George didn't believe that he was something that he wasn't. But it worked out in his favor because the Most High wanted to be that way. But for him to feel that way, he had to get his mind puffed up, and his mother talked him into that shit mentally, man. He believed it. He went and he did what he did, man. But I'm going to show you how powerful the mind can be. It also show you how the mind can work against you. Just how with Esau. Esau believes that he's the Most High, and that's why he deceived himself mentally, man. So all this shit we going through is, man, it's all a mental battle, man. It's all an uphill mental battle we're fighting every single day. You know? Oh, go ahead, TD. The same thing with Adam. Eve talked him into that shit. You know what? Eve, you know, hey, it could have been a drug.
Yeah.
She could have gave Adam some shit.
But woman is a drug.
But
woman herself.
But she could have gave him some type of like psychedelical thing, and made him do some shit you wouldn't normally do, man.
But we just take it for face value.
But you get what I'm saying? It's just speculation of the spirit. Yeah. You know, we don't know what, because it could be anything. Could be anything.
But if we really look at it though, you think about it.
Could be anything.
When you look at a woman though, that's why like when Ezra said, what's stronger is the wine stronger or the spirit or the woman? Because really, when you look at women just within themselves, it's a fucking drug. When you can, especially when you can have like multiple fucking women. You know what I'm saying?
Solomon.
And you know what I mean? So just the woman within itself.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, it's like, fuck, look how fine this bitch is. Yeah. You know, she can be so thick and so fat. You know, I got the baddest bitch. I got two of the baddest bitches around. Oh shit, that shit can be. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm in them. I'm tearing it. They hollering and screaming and you know, and it's like, you know, you ain't, and that shit becomes a drug because it's powerful. It's empowering. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You be laying with a woman and you fucking holding her head down and you fucking raking her and you just getting it. And you know, and she's she hooping and hollering. That's a drug, right? That's dopamine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that just within itself, you can be, you know, you can get so enamored with this shit, and you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then she turn around, I want this, I want that, and you fucking go do it. Yeah. You know, you would do whatever she want to do. Yeah. Because because the way you giving it to her, she let you do however, whatever. Yeah. That drug, she's your drug. She's your fix. Yeah. And it's making you, so that could have been, you know, it always could be whatever.
It could have been anything.
Could have been.
Because you see a lot of times, like you see certain times with, like even Rolo and Vikings, he got that one bitch. Yeah, she was telling him
she polluted.
She was going against his brother. Yeah. He wouldn't act on it because of the woman. Yeah. So he could have told Adam anything, man. It could have been anything she could have did. It made him go off and do that shit. Because women could talk to him and do some shit.
But you got to think though, right? When you lay in the bed with a woman, the way it feels, you know what I mean? So Adam never experienced that before. Yeah. And when he first, you know, and experiencing that woman, you know, we just talking in the spirit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just spirit. We just talking in the spirit. You know, but I'm just saying that, you know, you figure that, you know, with a woman, the first time ever, you gotta know that the box was the best box when it was first created, right? The first time you ever get in that thing, and think about the first man, the first woman. Holy, that shit had to be the most. Yeah. Whoa. You know what I mean?
It was like discovering fire.
Bruh, shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is this? I jumped in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta figure that, you know, you figure, man, so the power in that shit. Yeah. You know, that's why women have so much power. They experience and feel it too, but they know the man really want to come back and get it again. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's a hell of a dopamine. Yeah. Right.
This Romans chapter 8, verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
That's it. So it was by the Most High's reasoning. That's right. But through that, we're going to find hope. Yep. Because the Lord made us go off for a reason. Because in the Lord wanted us to learn and see how it was to live wickedly. To do the wrong things and to appreciate the right things. Yeah. That's why we're here. We're going through this part to become judges, man. Only way for you to learn how to judge shit properly, you got to live an experienced ass life. Yeah. And that's why reincarnation is a thing also too. Because when we get back into our state of our true natural state, we're gonna be able to remember all the lives we lived.
Yeah.
You know, we live at least over probably 1 million times.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, every 100 years and Earth around for 12,000 years, well, we'd have been here we've been here a lot.
Yeah, we've been here a whole lot.
We done experienced this shit a lot of times.
More than one.
More than enough.
Yeah.
So we're able to call those things back into remembrance. That's what we're gonna be so good at what we do.
Yeah.
Because we done lived 10,000 times. And you lived 10,000 lifetimes, you could have been who knows what. You know, you done done you knows what.
Yeah.
So if we come back to our right mind, that's what we're gonna be such pristine judges because we know, oh bro, that shit, we know everything.
Yeah.
We didn't see it from the beginning of time to the end of now.
To the middle.
To the end, to the beginning, to the middle, to the end. So we've been here.
All phases.
We seen all of it.
All phases of life.
So we've seen every period, every history period of the world. We've been there. We experienced it.
We've all been there.
That's why when we come back, we're gonna be such pristine judges because we're gonna be able to put all those experiences together and dwell them out, man.
And make a bomb ass king.
And make it good, man. Because we're gonna have
all of what not to do.
There's so much things that we know in the spirit that we're not able to extract because this flesh, the flesh is suppressed. It'd be crazy, man.
Let me get this right quick on what you talk about. This is Ecclesiasticus, which is Sirach in the Apocrypha, 34:9. A man that have traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom.
That's it, and that's gonna be our thing, man. See, and we travel many lifetimes.
Yeah.
You know, you can also travel physically, go out different parts of the world, which is also good to see the world because you learn things, you see different things, you see how things operate other than where you're from.
Right.
But on a higher level spiritual sense, we've traveled through many lifetimes. We've been in the time of Yahushua. We've been in the time of Nebuchadnezzar. We've been in the time, of rebuilding. We've been through all those times, man. Probably plus even more. We've been through all that. We've been through the Middle Ages. We've been through the Dark Ages. We've been through everything. We've been through slavery. We've been through all of it. So we see everything. So that's why our wisdom is going to be so high level. We're going to be able to declare that shit just off the whip, man. We're going to be wiser than Solomon when we get our king. And that's going to be the thing about it. We're going to be on a higher level than King Solomon. When we get our time, when Yahweh shall return, we're going to be smarter than him. And King Solomon, there wasn't a thing he couldn't fucking answer.
But he still went off.
He still, because he was under the flesh, because he had that mind. You got the best you have to make, because you're still a man.
And then right quick, just to add to that because you're on a higher level on the thinking of it, but just on the lower level of thinking on it is being on this earth.
Yeah.
It's living this lifetime,
right?
The shit that we experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just traveling from state to state.
Yeah.
Right. Dealing with multiple. It's sad, but dealing with multiple women, having multiple jobs, having opening up multiple businesses. The more you experience, the more you travel things, right? The better and more wise you are. How? Because you got trial and error.
That's why,
right? Because you make mistakes in there, and you learn from the first time. Like the first time I open a business, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Yeah. But then the second, third, fourth time, it gets easier as you go. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So then you start opening bitches like clockwork. Yeah. Right? Now you what I mean? Everything you do, the more you do it, the better you get at it. Because why? It's the more experience you are. Yeah. So you will travel in that area. Yeah. Or you go around to different places. You're not stuck in the fucking box. Mm-hmm. Now you can see that, I live here, life is like very docile. I live here, shit is flowing.
And people are different, and people are different everywhere.
You learn.
No people aren't the same, even in your state.
Yeah, that's it.
Even from state to state. Yeah. In New York, Edomites are way different than Edomites
in the South.
In the South. Yeah. Right? People are different. Edomites are more what you call, I would say, docile, and just more like they feel more comfortable than Edomites from the South.
Yeah. They don't wear it on their sleeves.
They don't wear it because you know what I'm saying?
They don't wear it on their sleeves. It's heavy in the north.
Jake is different from the north to the south.
Yeah. They're more freer.
Some states niggas get more high than others.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It'd be a lot of shit. Some it's everything, man. Women are different. Some women are less approachable in some states than others. Yeah. Some women actually are a little bit more approachable in other parts of America than other parts of America. So it's all, like I said, that's all about being well traveled. When you see these different things, you're able to speak on those things, and it makes you more wiser as a man. Because a man's whole job is to have wisdom, is to be a teacher. And that's why women like older men, because they got that experience.
Well experienced.
They well experienced. They know they can teach them something.
Exactly.
You know?
Right here. So verse 10, he that have no experience knoweth little,
That's it.
but he that have traveled is full of prudence.
That's it. Full of prudence, man. What is to be prudent? You know you prudent, man. You looking for everything. You searching shit out.
Yep.
You know, so man, that ain't big. So basically, a nigga, that's why niggas all fucked up, because they in the hoods and the ghettos.
Yep.
Them niggas don't know shit.
Yep.
They don't know nothing.
Right.
That's why when you got a nigga that says black only Israelites, he's obviously
he's
an idiot, man. Because you can't be in that type of spirit and go travel to different parts of the world.
Yeah.
Like, oh, holy shit. It's just not like, you got guys, even in the truth, they don't even understand the fact that we're gonna go from America to South America to go get the other part, the people, our people that are willing to come.
Yeah.
It's not only here. Jake just get caught up only here in America because they're just here.
Yeah.
Jake only thinking about, the elect will come everywhere. Out of the four corners of the earth, that's what Yahweh Shai said. All over.
Yeah, 4 corners of the earth.
Asia, you know what I'm saying? Africa.
They gonna come look like everything.
South America, Russia, right? China.
Mixed multitude.
It's gonna come all over the world, man. It's gonna come from all over the planet, all over the globe. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Back on. All right, I just had to flip it back over. Okay, can go. That's what I was saying. So that's how it is, man. You know. It's back on. What you got? You guys want that?
Oh yeah.
I'm off, so we gotta go back to that.
Let me square this off. Back to Ecclesiasticus 34 and 11. When I traveled, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express.
That's it. So you like, oh, okay, I understand why this is like that, and that's why we're gonna be in the kingdom. That's why we keep having. We're gonna be able to build a kingdom, because we seen Babylon, right? We see what's it called, the beautiful, basically the 5 wonders of the ancient world. Right?
Like Babylon or something?
Yeah, Babylon. We see, because Babylon was the hub
of the world or some shit like that.
Yeah, 5 wonders of the world.
Yeah.
It's called the Wailing Gardens. It was something about Babylon had the Wailing Gardens.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. That's why it was ahead of gold, because it wasn't the military might. No. It was the prestige and the level of luxury that Babylon. Because even read. That's why you gotta watch the history channels and shit like that. Yeah. You know, I'm not a big reader.
Military is here now.
Yeah. I'm not. You see the splendor.
But it's not that.
It ain't all that. It ain't all that beautiful. And that's why I'm not too big of a reader on like certain history books, but I go watch YouTube, look up Alexander, the Greek, about Rome, about Babylon, right? You get that visual picture and you get to see. Babylon at that time, it was the hub. The Persians and the Medes, when they came into power, when they took down the Babylonians, they made Babylon the hub of this. They made that the hub. Yeah. Where all people came. Yeah. Everybody came to Babylon. That's why America is referred back to Babylon, because it's the golden city. That's why the scripture say Babylon has been a golden cup in my hand. Because when you get, everybody want gold. Everybody want to be a part of that gold.
And that's really referring back to the ancient Babylon.
And it's referring back to ancient Babylon.
Ancient Babylon was the golden cup.
It was that golden cup because it was beautiful. And that's why too, America's also known as Babylon, because everybody want to come to America. That's right. Yeah. Everybody want to know what it's like to live in America. America is really the modern day. It's the modern day hub of civilization. You got Miami. You got Miami, Florida. You got Florida within itself. You got downtown Chicago. You got you got Las Vegas. You got California. You got the big apples, New York. Right? You got Dallas. You got all these big time cities that's known for like splendors and expensive clothes and cars and
Especially Vegas.
you know, it's basically ice, all you can see, all you can want.
Hollywood, California, all that bullshit.
So that's why America is known as Babylon. It's that modern day, we all want to be there. And back in the ancient world, everybody wanted to at least be a part of or visit Babylon. Just how you got people travel from one country to the next. Same thing then. People was having staycations in Babylon. People were having vacations in Babylon. You would have someone coming from one part of that over in Asia to the next to go to Babylon, to visit Babylon. Now it might take you, 5-6 days or plane flight. It'll take you 4 or 5 weeks, a month to get there. When you get there, you're staying there for probably the whole year. You vacation in Babylon because it offers so many different things at that time. Because when the Persians pulled up, they had their camps. It was so far. He said it was so much luxury.
They didn't fuck it up.
It was. Alexander said it was just so much luxury that when not the Bible, but when the Persians, when they came to war, everything was all. It was all about luxury. It was all about the best things possible.
But it really just transferred over.
It
didn't see, and that's one thing. Babylon really didn't go through a heavy war where it destroyed shit. They pretty much transferred over into the Persians' hand. Right, because like I said, the military wasn't all that great.
But it was splendid.
It was so fucking beautiful.
It was so beautiful. You couldn't help
So
but talk.
rich.
It was so rich,
so fast,
and wealth. But as the kingdoms got, time went on, it got less attractive.
Yeah.
So while you get to Greece, to Alexander the Greek, where he come from Macedon of Greece, he ain't used to all that splendor shit. Them niggas is so-called Greeks.
Right.
Yeah. Which they stole that from Jackie. Yeah. But at that time, Macedonians, they weren't about all that luxury shit.
Yeah.
They was about the war. They was about fighting. Them niggas was bred to go to war. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Greek Empire wasn't all that attractive. Then you get down to the Romans. Yeah. It was like attractive than the fucking Greeks. Yeah. But they were strong as hell. That's why you get down to America now today. Now America has some beautiful parts, but also some fucked up ass parts. It's a double-edged sword with Babylon. It's double part with America.
It's about the strongest military
of all of them.
Let me finish this off right quick.
It was also at the same time goes right to that partly strong, partly weak. Because it's a mix. It's a mixture. It's a mixture of everybody. Because at the times the Greeks, they was just the Greeks. Because you had Alexander. That's how you know that Esau was the same shit. Because Alexander, he wanted to conquer, but he also wanted to merge everybody. Because he went to Egypt.
Everywhere he went, he picked up.
He went down to Egypt, and they made them the Pharaoh of Egypt. And he also put the Egyptians in his army. See, he had that thing of mixing it. That's why his generals, they was pissed like, man, are you not fucking Greek? We Greek. We know Egyptian. We Greek. We worship Zeus. We worship Zeus, Jupiter. We worship Athena. You speaking about Nimrod and all that other shit. You worshiping the sun and the moon. But he was all about integrating the people. That's why you had some Israelites that was up in there, man. He took it. That's why they got the Alexandrian Library. And Alexandria in Egypt, because it had everybody's nation and records in there. It had the Israelites records. It had the Babylonians. It had the Persians. It had the Persians. It had the fucking the Assyrians. It had everybody's story in that library.
That's why they called it the Alexandrian Jews. Is because Alexander was the ones he loved the Jews.
Yeah.
He didn't want to hurt them. He believed in what they were saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's why they called him. Well, that's Alexander.
Yeah, he was a man of many ideas. Yeah. Many beliefs.
Yeah. So they was the Alexander Jews.
Yeah.
That's his fucking.
Yeah. That's it. So he's a man of many beliefs. He was a man of many things. Basically, he believed in everything. Yeah. He believed in all gods. Yeah. He didn't believe in just one. He believed in multiple gods. But it's more gods than just the Greeks. So it's all the gods, Yeah,
let me get this. This is back to Ecclesiastes 34:12. I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. And because of what? Because of the experiences he had before. So he was able to move.
Yeah.
He knew how to move. Mm-hmm. Right? He knew when danger came, he could see the danger. Because why? Because he experienced it before. So when you go through those experiences, now I know how to move. When when I see some, like this, what they call them, like the YNs. When you see, hey, you learn how to, you see that one chick, you like,
Yeah.
You learn how to move because you've experienced that time.
Yeah.
You experienced that type of woman before.
Yeah. And that's why nigga sugar free. That nigga said I can spot a hoe from a mile away.
Exactly. Because he's experienced it.
He said I can spot a hoe a mile away.
Right. Yeah,
so that nigga know what a hoe is. Just off of her way she walk,
talk, dress.
He know that bitch a hoe. Go get that bitch. Cause them niggas been doing it, but they been doing so much about women so much, so they know what a hoe is, man. Same thing with us. We know what weakness is. This how you see so many faggots in Babylon. You just they ain't even hard. He homosexual, man. Because why you see it so many times.
Even when they try not to show it.
Even when they try to show it. You like that's why they say too. One dude, in an interview, he said yeah, he's talking about these young niggas. He said, yeah, man. One time I was in the store. He said, man, these young niggas looking at him, staring at him. He said, I don't want to, bro. I'm cool, man. Cool, man. He said, oh no, man, we watch a video. Oh, okay, yeah. He went on, got the fuck up out of here. Cause you know how them young niggas be. They act like a fool, man. They ready to shoot the shit up, so he knew how to move. It's not about being fearful.
No, it's about being smart.
These fucking young niggas, man.
Staying out of danger.
Staying out your fucking way, man. That's why you go, like I said, you go to a gas station, you see like 5-6 niggas. No, let's keep going. Let's not go to this gas station.
Find the next one.
Let's go to the next one up, man.
Right here. Let me get. But this back to Ecclesiastes 34. I'm gonna start at 11. When I traveled, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express. I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear the Lord Yahweh Shai shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. Whoso feareth the Lord Yahweh Shai shall not fear nor be afraid, for he is his hope. So that ain't fear being afraid, that's just using wisdom.
Yeah.
Right? You're not afraid because you got y'all. But I'm just wise enough to know that the minute I walk in the middle of you niggas,
it's gonna be a problem.
I'm gonna have to kill one of you. It's gonna be some shit. Y'all gonna be popping at me. It's gonna be, it's gonna be something.
Mm-hmm.
So my intuition, my spirit, teaching and telling me, let me avoid your fucking ass. That way I don't have an issue. Yeah. Why? Because I've done it before. Mm-hmm. And the one time before I went, and I had to knock a few of you niggas out. Mm-hmm. And I got little lumps and bumps and bruises. Shit. Right? So I understand. So okay. So cool. So I get it. So I don't walk your way no more. Mm-hmm. I know I see, hey man, have at it. I go to the other spot. Mm-hmm. It's you gotta learn like a snake. Yeah. Right? It's what the Lord tells us to be crafty. Yeah. Move as a snake, man. Right? You gotta be slick. You gotta know when you can attack an opponent, and when I'll catch the next one. Mm-hmm. You gotta know how to move in this world.
But that's why it also said I've been delivered from death is because of the Lord. Because even with us here, the Lord deliver us from death a lot of times. Mm-hmm. And it's not just I'm not per se talking about physical death, because going off and doing the desires of this world is death in the spirit, and that means you die. And that's what we've been delivered in constantly. And I say it all the time. I also say it in my videos is that when we go through when you go through life and go through the bullshit, the Lord, he's the reason why he keeps us right. I mean, he keeps me right. You know what I'm saying? It's the fear of the Lord that delivers us from death. Yeah. And that's why in Job it says, for death and destruction have heard the fame thereof. Because that's of the wisdom and the fear of the Lord. Right? Why is it that? Because that's what keeps you right. Because if you don't got the fear of the Lord, you're gonna live your life not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna end up doing some off shit, and then it's gonna end up getting you killed mentally. Because once you're dead here, you're already dead. Mm-hmm. So but that's the Lord delivering us from death daily, honestly. Yeah. Because the influence of the world, the influence of the wicked is strong. Because that's the majority. Mm-hmm. So it's strong. But because of the Lord, because of Yahweh Shem Al Shah, we're able to use wisdom and be like, hell no, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna go off. I'm not finna go that way. You know what I'm saying? Because why? The Lord will fuck me up. The Lord put me to death. The Lord put me in a situation, he'll kill me. I don't know if the Lord that's why we judge things through the spirit.
Blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Lord, to whom doeth he look, and who is his strength.
So, but there you go. Right there where it says, who does he look? So, like, whenever you do something off, you know, shit, you want to know what? I got to go deal with my pops. Fuck, I ain't want to do that.
Yeah.
But now you all worried about, damn, pops going to get on my ass. But that's us with the Lord.
Yeah.
You know? Should I go off and go do this? Nah, I see the Lord going to come fuck me up. I ain't about to do that shit.
Yeah.
Hell no.
For the eyes of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai are upon them that love him.
Yeah.
He is their mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from heat, and a cover from the sun at noon. A preservation from stumbling, and an help from falling. He riseth up the soul and lighteneth the eyes. He giveth health, life, and blessings.
So it ain't that, but that's a beautiful scripture, man. Because you know that happens, and I'm pretty sure that happens to all of us. You know, because we all, whether you like it or not, we all susceptible to Satan. We all go off.
Mm-hmm.
We all got them times when we know Satan's on you, you feeling down and shit. But then next thing you know, you get in a spirit, you feel a lot better. That's the Lord lifting you up. Mm-hmm. That's the Most High. So that's how you know when you experience, you know, the Lord dealing with you, because he sees that you love him and that you fear him. You know, and that's why the Lord, he will ultimately never let the elect fall. The elect is going through temptation, they're going through hell, but ultimately the elect will never fall. They will never fall and be done for the 10 count, because the Lord will ultimately lift you up every single time. And then you continuously get through the spirit. You fight off all Satan. You fight off all them little wicked thoughts. You fight off that depression. You fight off all that whatever you feeling. You fight off that doubt. You fight off all that, bro. And then you go to the Lord, and then the Lord, he helps you, because he brings you up, and that demon flees from you. You know.
And that's why you got elder brothers in the truth.
Yeah.
Because you got guys that been in the truth for 11 years, 12 years, 10 years plus. Right. You experienced a lot in the decade. Yeah. Especially, that's why the elders apostles, that's why, hey, they got, that's why when they say no women in the camp, there's a reason why. Because they already know. But it's a young nigga that's not going to listen to that wisdom. Right. That's why you have what you call older brothers, because, they experience things first before everybody else did. But that's why, because basically, we're basically in the truth. We're just going through life in the truth.
Like that one dude said on I don't know if y'all seen the one dude said on thing. He said, "Man, let me tell you how this shit goes." He said, 8 to 14. Shalom, we call it like little man, right? From 15 to 25, it's YNs, it's young niggas. From 26 to 35, 34, that's big bro. From 36 to 44, that's Unc. That's Unc in it. Yeah. From 45 to 55, that's OG. Now anything above that, 56 on, hey, that's elder. Respect them all day long. But that's our. Yeah. But that's what these guys can't understand, right? Meaning there's an order. Yeah. And Jake know that through the spirit, that a nigga in the street know that to everything there's a rank and file, right? There's an order to everything. There's a way you go and the way you don't. Yeah. It's a way you move and the way you don't. But you see, the problem is that these young niggas is putting themselves above everybody else.
Yeah, they know they did more than the guy that lived already 50 years. That's why you got guys like coming to scriptures.
And a whole lot of YNs.
They think they know. They know more than apostles.
Right.
Now look at them, man.
We got a whole bunch of YNs in the truth.
In the truth. Yep.
Right? We got a whole bunch of YNs think they know every fucking thing.
Yep.
They come in 2 years, 3 years, think they know more than a man in 7 years, 8 years.
Yep.
They know it all. Yep. Right? And now they the big bro. Now they to jump the big bro, they the Yeah. They the OG. You'd have been in there 4 or 5 years. Oh, I'm OG now. Yeah. Right? No, man, you still the fucking YN still. You still the young nigga.
6 years in the truth, you still baby.
You
6 years in the truth, man, you still don't really know much, bro.
Right.
And that's it to say. You 6 years in the truth, man, that ain't because like I said, this thing is about experiencing life in the truth. That's where all your experience comes in. When you start living life in the truth, that's when you start teaching His word. You start learning the scriptures and understanding. You should have a decent grasp on the scriptures.
Yeah.
But sometimes you could be a guy, you could be a young kid, you could be 17, you could be dope in the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
You could be good, you could be nice, but you missing other things. You're missing the life experience. You don't understand men. You don't really understand women too well. You don't understand certain things. So you might be a good brother. You can bring out the scriptures out, but that don't mean that you on that level yet, man. Because then, when I was 17 to now, I see the scripture totally differently now. You can relate better with the Bible now. You see it differently now.
Bro.
I don't
just knowing the scripture.
It's more than knowing it. You get to the point you're able to break it down in a real life perspective, and really go into it more deeper because you've been living life longer. You've been experiencing some things, and now you can relate to it and you can bring it out. That's why, real quick, we'll go grab me Romans, what's that, 3 and 4. Paul said through we get this experience, hope, and through hope experience, because the longer you be in this thing, the more things you see. That's why you got the elder brothers. And you got, certain guys, because the elder brother, he been in for 10, he's seen a lot. So you can learn from him. When you got a problem, hey bro, I got this issue with this woman, and I got this problem I got some fighting mental demons. I'm struggling with the financial part, trying to juggle life and the truth, you already been through that. Yeah, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? I got doubts and shit, because you already went through all them stages. So you tell him the game, hey, look, brother, he's supposed to take that wisdom and apply it to himself and make himself wiser than he did what you were earlier. So it's easier, because when you already have someone to teach you some shit, it's easier to pick up on the game because someone already taught you.
And you can learn from another man's failures.
Yeah,
that's reality to it, is because you can teach because your wisdom come out of making mistakes.
Yeah, that's the scripture.
And that's why you pass it down to your brothers or to your sons down the line.
Yeah.
You pass it down because, hey, look, these are mistakes I did make, but had I made this, I'd have been able to do that. I'd have been able to do, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't make that turn. So guess what? If you make the turn, so you learn from the mistakes that I made, and you conquer it by doing the opposite thing, which I should have did, and you make that shit better. But just right quick, I'm gonna let you go. But just right quick on the YNs, on what's going on in the truth now. We got a lot of OGs in the truth, right? Who want to be the elder, and they still not the elder level. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Even the young, these guys, the regular earthly man can understand that and say that. Yeah. Right? So, like you said, when it's the elder, you just get the fuck out the way. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's just all respect. So it's a lot of the Nates and all them, they still at that OG level.
Yeah, they never get to that level.
They ain't at that elder level yet. Yeah. See, and they still that's the problem. That's the problem in Yashala. They trying to be the elder now, rather than be over. They want to be over the Apostle Tahars and them and push them down, right? Make them lower than them when they're already higher than them. And they still at that OG level. They ain't even got into that level yet.
They ain't even grown. They ain't grown.
They stagnant. They've been stagnant. They've been stuck. They probably down at the Unk level, right? Because Unk still be like a young nigga sometimes.
Yeah, you got brothers now that's at the young YN state is smarter than.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Matthew 26:41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And that's why, and then when you read it, it says watch and pray that you don't enter into temptation. Yeah. Right? Because a lot of times it can overtake you. And it's speaking on what the elder brother was the elder brother was saying was on so he's going to pause. Yeah. But the elder brother was saying, about spirits, because to teach you something on some real stuff, man. When you truly understand spirits, when you understand spirits, you start to learn. Because when you first come into the truth, there's a rank and file also to Satan. There's a rank and file to the demons that you deal with. Yeah, when you first come into the truth, the demons that you deal with, every demon is strong, right? Because when you first come into the truth, now you got to deal with yourself holding it back from cursing out the faggot that walked past you. You got to deal with yourself because you coming into the anger stages. Like, man, this shit's fucking off. Man, I want to go cuss these motherfuckers out. Man, fuck these niggas. Hey,
You
man,
don't know
fuck
the
you.
demon.
Next thing you know, you out there fighting everyone.
Yeah,
You gotta say police get called. He come wrap you up. Now you forget about the scriptures that you learned about harmless and dove wise as a serpent. Now you gotta go back and study. You gotta restart from square one.
Yeah.
See, now then you got the middle age. You start learning more. Hey man, I'm learning more. I'm popping. Hey brother, I know you better lead the camp, but hold on, I'm finna talk over you real fast.
Right.
Hey, I'm finna go get into it real quick.
Right.
Hey, hold on, hey, it's my camp. You know, you start to, you know, you feeling yourself, and now you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Now what? Now what scripture forgot? The Lord decency and within order. Now you no longer in order. Now you about to fall out the truth. Cause now I'm finna go do my own thing. I'm finna lead the brothers go do my own thing. Nah, see, the Lord put me here for a reason.
I got enough.
Right? See, I got enough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So all these are demons you gotta deal with. And then you got the highest level demons you gotta deal with. Is the what? I've been in this thing so long, brothers, I ain't even need to study. I already know everything.
Yeah,
All right, but I'm done studying.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll just come out of camp. I'll speak. I just know what I know. And next thing you know, you become softball. I don't study no more. I don't do the work no more because I know so much.
I know more apostle.
Right? Oh, brother going off. Hey, man, why you going off, brother? Next thing you know, you go home. You ain't doing shit. You just gonna go chill, play your game, go talk to your bitches. You know what I'm saying? Block, whoop-de-woo. But everything is spirits, bro. Everything's
videos
demons.
on the apostles now.
Yeah, now you go. Yeah, now,
the apostle said this wrong. Yeah. Now
so,
you teaching them.
Yeah, now you teaching them. So everything you gotta always realize, bro, and everything's spirits. You gotta understand it. So the more you grow, is the more that demon is gonna try to grow on you. But as long as you stay above that demon, knowing that, oh, bro, this is a demon, bro, I gotta check this shit. And then you checking it, and then now you applying it. Then you become better. Then that's how you know there's a better chance of you becoming the elect. You know, it's all stages in this thing. Just like how it's all stages with spirits. It's all stages, bro. You know what I'm saying? And speaking with me, just not go off topic. I'm over here dealing with a little demon of my own. Been with the woman for 3 years, but at the end of the day, I know in the back of my mind I'm in a situation I might have to let her go. You know what I'm saying? I might have to just keep on moving because right now she's looking like Lot's wife. So I might just have to keep on moving. But at the end of the day, I understand that it's spirits out here. And I understand I'm not here for women. I'm here to do the work of the Lord. Everything that we got to know, we always got to remember that, bro, this is Satan. Because at the end of the day, Satan thing is to get you out the truth. So to get you out the truth, he will slowly get you out the truth by what? Making you get slower, making you disrespect brothers, making you stop studying, making you lessen up on going to camp. You don't really want to go to camp no more. You start sleeping in, like, oh shit, I forgot to wake up this morning. And next thing you know, bro, you just stop. So that's really it on that.
Just to back up what the brother's saying, when you go back to the story of King David, right? When King David stayed the king, Solomon was the king until the kingdom was ripped away from him. And then King David's kingdom was not solidified until what happened? There's one thing that solidified the kingdom of King David. That king died. What king died? Solomon. I mean, Saul. That's Satan, you know what I mean? Saul. When Saul died, the kingdom basically was solidified to King David, right? And when King David was laying on their throne, and this is what Israel has the order. The order. The king is, and at this time, your modern day king is Apostle Tahar. He's not dead yet. It ain't been passed to nobody because he's still here. So that's what all these, because they already said it. It already came out that there was the elders, then there was the seven. Well, no, the elders was the seven. Yeah. Right? But they had over them that was still
they were high priests.
Certain ones was over the seven. You know,
high priests.
Right.
They had times of high priests.
But right under the seven, the next man up, it was already came out, was High Priest Tahar.
Yeah, they call High Priest Tahar. Yeah, High Priest Tahar.
Right? It already came out. I forget that dude's name. He told it. He said, I was in One West. I know how. He said, these other guys is lying. Johanna wasn't there because he had left for 2 years or some shit. Yeah. Nate was younger. He wasn't there. Yeah. None of Zabak was younger. Yeah. So none of them guys was the heads. You had the seven, and then, like you said, you had High Priest Tahar. So that tell you right, and all the seven is gone. Yeah. Right? So that tell you right there that everybody else got an order problem. Yeah. Because King David is still living. I'm not calling him King David, but I'm just saying, putting in that perspective. King Solomon couldn't get the kingdom until he died. He didn't rule while the king was still living, because King David still was the king until he had no breath left.
Yeah, that same thing with
Okay,
with King Solomon and what's his brother name, Ananiah.
Ananiah,
And
same thing.
Ananiah was, I want the throne.
He wanted the
He
throne.
wanted the throne before David died.
Right.
Like, you wicked as hell.
He tried to steal it.
He tried to steal it because he's already saying the kingdom was his before King David passed.
That's it.
But King David had to pass away
In order for it to be passed down.
Passed down to
You got, just like in a race. When you in a, what's that race called when you got like 6 people racing with you?
Same thing with
relay. The relay race. One person got to decrease. It's like with John the Baptist, right? So you just got to be what? Passed off.
Yeah.
That person don't keep running with him.
No.
You don't pass the baton and keep with him or run in front of him.
You fall back.
You pass the baton and you fall the fuck back.
Your race is done, bro.
Your race is, your time is over. Your job is done.
Yeah.
Now you step the fuck back. So long as Apostle Tahar is here, he's the king, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's the head of Israel.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. He's the Mordecai.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
What Mordecai was to Ruth.
Yeah.
Okay? No, not Ruth. Esther.
Yeah, that's
Salakia. Esther. Okay? Esther was the queen, but she gave the power over. Her job was to make sure the power went to Mordecai.
Yeah. Like I said, we read Nehemiah. There were certain men that were set up over others.
That's
you had
it.
Jeremiah.
Right.
It went in order too.
Right.
You had Zerubbabel.
Yeah.
You know, you had Nehemiah, he was the head priest.
Right.
You know, so it was a set order. Yeah, Ezra,
Set order, man.
It was a set order on who was the head of heads.
And that's why we so fucking functional now, man.
Yeah.
That's why Yasharala is what it is now. That's why you got the Sakaris. That's why you got Guerrilla Hebrew and all of them. They all fucked
Yeah,
up.
they all going on.
That's why you got their hope. That's why Lord said this thing be a man that'll come to naught.
Yeah,
That's why they shit is basically come to naught.
It's nothing.
You gonna have wicked niggas gonna watch because motherfuckers is wicked.
You got guys, they gonna stick around.
No matter what.
They gonna stick around.
Right. It's just like when Eddie Long was, they found out he was fucking them young men in church. They still stuck with him.
Yeah.
Because wicked gonna love wicked. Yeah. Right. So, but it's the same thing. So once that order is set, it's set. So until that the head of Israel, Yasharala, just like same thing with Moses. Aaron didn't pick up it until Moses came down. Right? Joshua and Caleb came in and took over. Aaron wasn't there. You get what I'm saying? You know, so when Joshua came up. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when he was decreased, they increased.
Same thing with Jonathan Yahweh.
You never had two kings. You can't have two kings on one throne.
No, one gotta go.
Somebody got to, just like now with Esau.
Yeah.
So-called white man, the so-called black man. Yeah. One got to be above the other.
Yeah, can't be on same equal point.
We both cannot be on the same throne. We can't share this motherfucker because we got different values and morals and different understandings. We got different jobs to do, right? So that's the problem now with Israel's out of order because all these guys are putting themselves above the one true head. Yeah. They're all making themselves the heads, rather than decreasing themselves and follow under, like the Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ricard, Apostle Ramla, right, and the elder brothers under. Rather than following under that order, they don't want to do that. They want to be the one. Mm-hmm. But that job is not for you. Because why? The head who was under the 7, and they all scream this one West shit, right? Oh, we do the one West. Well, then why you ain't under Apostle Tahar? Because the 7 and then Apostle Tahar. So everything else is a non and void, man. Yeah. You know? It's just what it is. You know, we just, look, bro, we holding on to coattails. You know what I'm saying? We just, you know. Did we got timed out? No.
Yeah, we got kicked out. Private chat. Screen went off. 409. What did I probably invite him back in there. Maybe his phone probably died. Yeah, I'm gonna sit by here till it pop back on. All right, go ahead. I just so I can.
I come back in.
No, when he come, he'll pop on. I just put him back on. Just wait for it to pop back on. The little icon, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know, so that's really how it go, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And if we was in order, we wouldn't have an issue.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these guys that fall out, we would never have these. I mean, well, but that's the point. And then that's another point too, because now you wouldn't have all these fallouts because the majority of people still be, in order.
Yeah.
Because it'll just be, and that's the point of Yahweh Shai, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Yahweh Shai is showing.
Yeah.
It takes Yahweh Shai to be that one head that everybody gonna fall under.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It can't happen until Yahweh Shai come back.
Yeah.
But but it shows what it was, and that's like you were talking about the king, how it's gonna be, right? It's everything gonna be put back right.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be ran in accordance that it's supposed to be ran in.
And that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be in complete order. Go ahead. Give over.
This is Romans 3, verse 4. Yahweh Shema Shah forbid ye. Let Yahweh Shema Shah be true.
No. Romans was it? 3, 2, 4, and 2. Sorry, go back to that.
This is Romans 4, verse 2. For if Abraham were justified by works,
Go back to Paul. Well, Paul said, "Do by experience, by experience, faith." Basically, we speak about, but I can't get it right.
Oh yeah, Mama was at that precept.
Which one? Go ahead.
Luke,
Let me start. Yeah.
it's Luke 4, verse 1. Yahweh Shah, being full of the Holy Ghost, returned from Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness, being 40 days tempted of the devil. And in those days, he did
5 and 1. Yeah, 5 and 1. Go ahead.
In those days, he did eat nothing.
Yep.
And when they were ended, he afterward hungered.
Yep.
And the devil said unto him, If thou be the son of Yahweh Shema Shah, command this stone that it be made bread.
That's it. So Yahweh Shai was walking. That demon popped in his head, man. Satan came in there, man. Said, "Shit, well, bro, we hungry as hell right now, man. Turn this stone into some bread. If I got the power, shit, turn it in it. Turn it. Do it. That's demons. Just like us. Driving the car. Hey, man, hit that motherfucker Edomite, man. Run that motherfucker over.
Fuck your mic.
That's Satan. Go ahead.
And Yahweh Shah answered him, saying, It is written that man shall not live by bread alone,
Yep.
but by every word of Yahweh Shema Shah.
That's it. So Yahweh Shai was talking to himself. He basically was talking to himself. He said, "Nah, man, everybody gonna live by the word of Most High." He rebuked himself. It wasn't that Satan was sitting there talking to him like this. No, man, it's such an enter into his mind. Like how we all do. Satan enters into our mind, man. Go ahead.
And the devil, taking him up into a high mountain, showed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time.
Yep.
And the devil said unto him, All this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me. And to whomsoever I will, I give it. I give it.
Yep.
If thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine.
Yep.
And Yahweh answered and said unto him, Get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord, thy power,
Yep.
and him only shalt thou serve.
That's it.
And he brought him to Jerusalem and set him on a pinnacle of the temple,
Yep.
and said unto
very
him,
Very tough.
If thou be the son of Yahweh Shema Shah, cast thyself down from hence. For it is written, He shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee. And in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Hey, and that devil, man, Satan's a fucking devil.
Yeah.
He tried to use the scripture, Psalms
Yeah.
91.
Yeah,
Man.
yep.
He tried to take Psalms 91 and use it against the Lord.
Yeah. He tried to flip that shit, man.
He tried to. That's what Satan do, man. That's some crafty
He
shit,
came
bro.
to my said, man, jump off this goddamn cliff.
Yeah, because you know what Psalms 91 say, right?
Right? They two men jump off the pills, man.
What the
She
fuck?
the most like of Satan.
You fucking demon.
Like, what the fuck?
Satan, bro.
That's Satan. And I go to show you that we go through the same demons Yahweh Shai.
Tempted the shit out
On a
of
higher level. Because he was a higher grade body.
Yeah.
But we go through the same exact thoughts.
Oh, he had the highest level of temptation. You can't get no higher level of temptation. That demon, that's Satan himself. He couldn't. You can't get no because them other ones can't fuck with Yahweh like that. They can't even try. And Satan can't fuck with him like that. But he could. But that's why he had to catch him in his most weakest point, his most vulnerablest
He was
point.
tired, like, damn, I'm gonna throw this hell.
You know,
I'm hot, you hungry,
Fucking
shit, you thirsty. Like,
Even then he failed.
still fail. You know, fucking
shit.
Satan.
You
Fucking
probably
demon.
won't go to sleep, man.
Gonna use the Lord Yahweh's words against his son and flip that shit, man.
Go ahead. And Yahweh shall answer and said unto him, it is said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord
That's right.
thy power.
That's it.
Yahweh Shemashah. And when the devil had ended all the temptations, he departed from him for a season.
That's it for a season, man. So he left for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's how I be. So that's what you're saying. Resist the devil, we shall flee. So when we resist ourselves, they go away. You resist, it goes away. You might get a fucked up ass thought 12 hours later, a day later. You might get another thought again, back to back. But eventually it'll go away, right? The mind gets quiet.
Yep. Yeah, that Romans 5:1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Yahweh through our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of Yahweh. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope.
That's it. So they all work together, man. So the suffering you go through gives you patience, and the patience you go through gives you experience. Because the longer you wait for something, the more things you experience while you're waiting.
Yep.
While you're waiting for it, it's just like if you just say, for instance, you got a car, you gotta get picked up at a job at a certain time. If you get picked up too quick, you might not see that little bitch walk through. You might not see certain cars. You might not see a dude fucking run down naked down the goddamn street or do some wild ass shit. Oh shit! You experience that by waiting for your ride, man. So you experience a lot of dumb ass shit while you waiting there at the bus stop. You see a lot of stupid shit.
Well, even we went through in our camp.
Yeah. The longer you be somewhere, the more dumb shit you see.
Hey, look at our camp. Look at the experience we went through.
Oh yeah.
We went from like 10, 12 men
like
down to 4.
Yeah,
five.
You know, 5. Yep. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But we've experienced so much within that time.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot. We look a lot. You know. It's education, man.
That's right. And patience, experience, and experience, hope.
Yep.
And hope maketh not ashamed.
Yep.
Because the love of Yahweh is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Ghost, by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us.
I'm going to wrap it up. Go ahead, boss. You got the precept, brother?
Con. This is James 1:14, and this is on the point of the mind is so evil, who can know it?
Yeah.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
You got it, brother. Go ahead.
Con. And then to read it right here in the NLT to get a better understanding of it. It says, temptation comes from our own desires, which entice us and drag us away. These desires give birth to sinful actions, and when sin is allowed to grow, it gives birth to death. So just like the brother was saying earlier, whenever you think something evil, that don't make you evil. It's when you act on it. It's like when a girl gives you the eyes, but that girl got a man, and you know in your head, you're like, oh man, I could pull it to the side and probably get a number, probably link. That's wicked though.
Yeah.
You know, so you just can't act on it. You know, that's why we need the Lord to suppress the evil that is attacked. And then I got right here, this is Galatians 5:16. Short and simple, sweet. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
That's it.
So if we just stay focused, stay singular-eyed, then we won't, Lord willing, we won't be put to death.
Yep. That's it, brother.
Yes, sir. That's it.
All right, amen. All right, so with that, we're gonna give all praise to Noah.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadah.
Glory be to the Apostle Ezra Milson, that is on.
Shalom.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
I'm gonna switch you to call.
Khan.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom.